Morning, everyone. God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Yeah, we'll be starting off today, and this first video is just like trying to introduce graphic design to us. Like I said, I actually want to start with people whom are not into graphics, so that the professionals will not rush us over what we want to do. So today I will be talking about the CorelDraw interface. I'll open the page and we'll discuss one or two things. And I believe God, getting acquainted with this interface is the number one step to learning graphics. And graphics normally is just you trying to put text, image, fonts, and shapes together to create a visual information. So as we study today, I pray God will help us to understand more. So like I said, we'll be using CorelDraw X3. That's what's opening on your screen right now. We'll be using CorelDraw X3. The reason for X3 is because it's easy to install by everyone. You don't need to go about looking for hacker or some kind of cracking. This one is straightforward. Just enter the serial numbers and you are good to go. So the CorelDraw interface is open. This is the first thing you see when it opens. And you see CorelDraw X3 here at the middle. By this side we have new, and here we have recently used document. If I open here, the last design I did is there. I title it youth.cdr. CDR is the extension file name for CorelDraw. Then there is an open to open previous document. Here, if we click, you see some selected template of design done. I bet you will not like it because the world currently is full of taste, and what they do here is so outdated for us, but it can guide you anyway. The correct tutorial which you can follow to learn. And what's new? This tells the difference between X3 and CorelDraw 12. So all this is a formal thing that anyone who is computer literate should have an understanding of. So we'll go to new. I'll click on this place. Can you see my? So now we'll open a new page here, a new page here. So click on it, and a new page is open onto us in CorelDraw. Yeah, so in this are two things which we'll go through today in our own system and get familiar with it, so that when I start doing some few designs from our next tutorial, you won't be asking me where did you get this, where did you get that. So your ability to follow this thing carefully will also help us a great deal. Now if you check here, almost every software has what we call the title bar. This is the title bar. If I should save this work, let's say Control S. Oh yes, if I should save this work, of which I've not even done anything to save, but let's say save or save as, and I decide to give it the name EER, and I click save, you discover that this empty page will come under this folder, users document EER.cdr. So it's giving you the title of your work. So from here you know which particular work or project you are currently on. That's what the title bar does. And then the next one is the menu bar, where we have the file, edit, view, layout, arrange, effect, bitmap, text tools, windows, and help. It's almost the same in all window publishing or Windows software. And after that, we also have the third line, which we call the toolbar standard. This place is the toolbar standard. This is where we zoom out, zoom in, fix to page, as you can say or name it. We can paste here, we can open folder, we can create new on this particular one, and I say it is the toolbar standard, toolbar or standard toolbar. So another is this one here. This is what we call the property bar. There's a lot of function here. This is where you measure the size of your page. Can you watch this? Either vertical or horizontally. This is where you measure the size of your page. This is where you choose if you want your work to be on A4 or you want your work to be on A3, whichever size. And here we measure in centimeter, feet, pixels, whatever you call it, feet or centimeter or inches. So this is where we do them, and it's called what? The property bar. And one of the major one we use the most is what we call the toolbox. Here is detachable. The toolbox, very important, and that's where majority of the work lies. Whichever function we are doing on the work is all from here. I click the pick tool, it will help me to pick things. If I come, I click the rectangle, I will create a rectangle. If I click the circle, I will create a circle. Whichever shape, if I click text, then I will have to type text. So this is how this particular one works, and I will be explaining them later on, one after the other, so that we'll know the function and the effect of what it can do. And then around here is what we call the drawing page. This one is the page where your drawing should be in if you really want to save something out. And here are the workspace. Hope you are following the workspace. Now, on this point where my cursor is below, where you're seeing page 1 of 1, is the document navigator. Okay, and this end here, can you see my cursor moving by the edge? Is what we call the navigator. And down beneath here, where those readings are made, and you see skill whatever, is called the status bar. This gives status report of what you're currently using in your CorelDraw. And you see this different color lining up at the edge here. Sorry, I'm a bit fast, but you can slow and pause. These colors lining at the edge here, we call it the color palette. This place, the color palette, whatever you call it, PALETTE, this area. And this side, which I can join here like this, is what we refer to as the docker, because here there are a lot of things we can add up from text to. You see, I've clicked character and a paragraph. That's why you saw them here. So if I want to add others to this particular thing, you still get to see more of it. So which other bar am I not mentioning? Which other thing? And here it's called ruler. From 0 down to 300 and whatever is a ruler. Even ahead there is still ruler. If you want to do some work on grid, you can still add it and enjoy your work. This grid here, can you see that some boxes comes in, especially when you're doing a drawing and you need a grid to help you. That's when you bring it in. So this is CorelDraw interface for us, and I want us to know something, that CorelDraw is more of a vector graphic. And when I say vector, I mean something that works mostly with text, lines, shapes. Yeah, though we can use image on CorelDraw, but CorelDraw is basically vector and bitmap software. But when we talk of vector, we talk about things, picture, we talk about text, lines and shape in its original form, which cannot be what? Distorted when enlarged. Now look at the A I typed here. This is a vector. Now no matter how I increase this A, you're not going to see any blurring or being blown by the side. It will still be A as it is. Even if I increase it to the size of a whole field, it will still be like this, clean, perfect. But when we talk about bitmap, we talk about images. Take for instance, I copy this logo and I bring it into CorelDraw. You see how small it is? It's very beautiful right now, but watch. Let me increase it. Let me increase it. Let me increase it. Let me increase it. Now you won't even like what you see. Now I will pick the zoom tool and just zoom by the edge. Do you see how rough the edges are? Can you see it? It's not like this with the vector graphics. Hmm? So this is one challenges of bitmap. Bitmap works with what? Pixels. And if the pixels are not much, you may not get what you want. And for those of us who did a little photography, you understand what I'm trying to say. Unlike a vector, here you design something like this. So no matter how I zoom this, can you see it's still perfect? So it will not shrink or distort or blur the image involved or the text involved. So that's the difference between this vector thing and bitmap. And when we talk of bitmap, I think Photoshop is one of the best tools to use when it involves bitmap design. But if it's more of banner text, more of text, banners and text, CorelDraw is great and it's a good tool to use. But if you want to manipulate image, you can do it in Photoshop. Transfer it to CorelDraw and do the remaining thing. Just that Nigeria, we like stunning designs. We're not like the white men who will tell you keep it simple. Nigerians, we love too many designs. In fact, the kind of flyers and things we design these days is so noisy that the message we don't even get. We only see the other message that is not supposed to be the message. So graphics has some rules and principles. Just as Nigerians, we break everything. So we've broken the rules. So I will stop here today, and I would like you to just go through everything we've done this morning by identifying this menu, which I earlier run through for you, the title, the menu bar, and the rest. And I told you this is one of the most important, the toolbox. So when we meet next, I will explain this toolbox from one end to the other so that you will understand it before we start our first work. So one more lesson is to understand this toolbox and we'll start doing little of our design. God bless you. Thank you for being part of us today. Love you.